Good morning, students. So, I hope that you all would have studied your lesson 1. So, next chapter for 10th standard is optics. It is nothing but about light. Light is what is called as optics is. Or else I can put in the other word all the properties of light and what all you are going to study, like you will study about lens and all the other things, is why I call it as optics, which is both light considered as ray and also wave. So when I consider both light as a wave and also as a ray, if I could explain all the properties of light, then that is called as optics. So as of in 10th standard, you should know what are the properties that you are going to study. First one will be the laws of refraction that you study. In your 9th standard, you would have studied about some basics of it. The next one will be the properties of light. Then certain important properties where scattering of light, and there are different kinds of scattering also. Scattering will explain you how sky looks blue, and during summer season it is very clear blue, and during rainy season you see ash color, somewhat like that. That is because of scattering of light. But scattering of light itself, there are various kinds of scattering of light. Then is about lenses. Lenses where you have two kinds of lenses, concave and convex. And you will study about images formed by concave and convex lens. What all the places where images are found. And you will learn about how to draw ray diagrams for all those images. Then will be about working of human eye. What are the various parts of human eye, which and all are helping you to for the vision. And different kinds of optical instruments that you study about microscope and telescope. So this is all what you are going to study in your 10th standard chapter 2 optics. So now moving on to the lesson, children. Now chapter 2 is optics, where you are going to learn about light. But what is light? Light is nothing but a form of energy. And the path of light, how does the light travels from one place to another, that is what is called as a ray. And group of rays, if I could collect a group of rays, then that is called as beam of light. This and all you have already studied in your 9th standard. Group of rays where you have convergent beam of light, divergent beam of light. Two kinds of light beam is there. And then there are sources. From where do you get light? Is that basically from sun? Sun is a natural source of light. One you can say it as natural source and artificial source. And another where I can differentiate like luminous and non-luminous. What are these luminous is that where those sources which can emit light of their own, then they are called as luminous objects. For example, candle, then as it is said, sun, all these things are luminous objects. But non-luminous, which is basically of moon. Moon is a natural source but non-luminous object, because it does not produce any light of its own, it just reflects light from sun. Like that, you have your lights at your home where it does not emit light of their own, it just converts energy in terms of light energy. Then various properties that you are going to learn here is that about reflection, refraction. Reflection in your 9th standard you would have studied, but this year you are going to deeply study about refraction, scattering of light, then about lenses, which is some images which is formed by these lenses, and then human eye and optical instruments. Before getting into all these things, we should first know about its property. Correct? So what is the first basic property is that what is light? Light is nothing but a form of energy which enables us for vision. through which you are able to visualize something. That is, any object, if it is kept in a dark room, you are unable to view it. But at the same time, if light passes through it, you are able to view it. So this form of energy which is used for vision is what is called as light. And how does it travels? It always travels in a straight line. And then speed of light. This speed of light alone is a constant. That is, till now you were studying like fundamental quantities where it will not change, its value will not change. But later in the modern physics, it is found that when mass or when length or time, when it moves, there are certain changes. But only one quantity in the universe is constant, which is speed of light. The speed of light is so high that it is power 10 power 8. It is to 3 into 10 power 8. You would have studied about sound. You know what the speed of sound is? Speed of sound is only 330. But speed of light is 3 into 10 power 8. What's the meaning of 10 power 8 is 1. After that 8 zeros are there. It travels so much of meters in 1 second. So imagine how quick light can travel. And also it does not require any medium to travel. That is how later modern physics could conclude that it is electromagnetic waves. Light consists of electromagnetic waves. Then it is said that it's a form of wave. So when it is going to be a kind of wave, then it should possess a wavelength of lambda, and also a wave will consist of a frequency nu. So speed of light is equal to nu into lambda. This is what the equation given for it, where c is nothing but the speed of light. Speed of light is equal to its frequency into lambda. Then different colored light. How do you get different colors? Different color that you get is only due to different wavelength and frequencies. Like Vibgyor, you would have studied about Vibgyor. There are lights color. The white light is split into 7 different colors. That is because of this, where there is a difference in its wavelength. How you can calculate that is the violet end will have the lowest wavelength, but wherein the red light has the highest wavelength. What's the meaning of that is violet end will travel only for a shorter distance, but red can travel for a higher distance, for a longer distance. That is why for any alert, red is what is used, so that it can travel for a longer distance and it can be viewed very quickly by any person. And then light is incident on the interface between two media. That is, what's the meaning of that is when light passes through a media, what happens is that media is nothing but the plural form of medium. When you have two different media, when light travels through it, there is partially reflected and also partially refraction. Both reflection and refraction takes place when light travels between two medium. Okay. So first learning about the first property, where it is refraction. Reflection you have studied in your 9th standard. So the next one is refraction. What is the meaning of refraction is that when you have two transparent medium. Here I have considered a glass which is a transparent medium, and light is going to travel from a rarer medium to denser medium. What is this rarer medium to denser medium? It is nothing but air is considered as rarer medium and water is considered as denser medium. So what happens when light travels? This is what the incident ray. This is the normal drawn to the surface. What's the meaning of normal? Normal is nothing but a perpendicular drawn to the surface. So in this, actually speaking, you can come to know that there is a small deviation there. It is not going to travel in a straight line. After passing through the transparent medium, there is a bend and then it starts traveling in a straight line. There is a deviation, isn't it? That deviation is nothing but called as refraction. So due to difference in the velocity. But why does it happens? Why this is happening? In reflection, this does not take place because both incident and the reflected ray, both are going to be in the same media. So velocity doesn't changes. But here, this rarer medium where velocity will be different and denser medium where velocity will be different. Velocity of light will be different in different media. Because of that only, what happens, there is a difference or there is a bend. But what happens to the velocities? Velocity is higher in rarer medium. Is higher in rarer medium and it is lower in denser medium. That is why light little much slowly, it travels slower in denser medium. For example, water or any liquid that you consider. So this is the property. This is about the phenomenon which the light undergoes. Now it undergoes certain laws of refraction. First law. The first law says that this also you would have studied in reflection, where incident ray, reflected ray and the normal lie in the same plane. The same as it's here, the incident ray, the refracted ray and the normal all lie in the same plane. The second law, which is important law, which will explain you about refractive index. What is refractive index is nothing but which gives you some idea about how fast the light could travel in a medium. That is, here in air it could travel faster, but in water it travels little much slow because of this something called as mu, that is called as refractive index. Okay, so refractive index will decide whether it is going to move quicker or slower. So what does the law says is that the ratio between sine of incident angle and the sine of refracted angle is going to be the ratio between the refractive index of two medias. So it's going to be a constant. It is going to be a constant. Then thinking about when you take, what will happen to this deviated ray is that when light travels from denser medium to rarer medium. Here I have drawn a diagram where it is only rarer medium to denser medium. But if imagine if it is going to travel from denser medium to rarer medium, in that condition R bends away from the normal. Even in the same diagram you can consider the arrow mark to be opposite. So this will be the incident and then there is a bend. This is the normal, so bending away from the normal. But when light travels from rarer medium to denser medium, this one, what will happen is that the ray will get towards, it will bend towards the normal when rarer to denser. So this is how light bends. These both are called as laws of refraction.